Covaxin shows higher efficacy rate against all variants of COVID-19 disease in phase 3 clinical trial. Health and Family Welfare Ministry gives nod for vaccination of pregnant women. Manipur makes its debut on country's rail map. Railway connectivity towards northeast gets a boost with commissioning of double line. "93 samples from Nagaland detected with Delta Plus variant. And in Euro Cup football, England will face Ukraine and the Czech Republic will take on Denmark tonight. A very good evening, viewers, and welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin from the studios of Doordarshan Guwahati. This is Hongita Kakuti Pathok, and now the stories in detail. India's indigenous vaccine Covaxin has showed an efficacy of 77.8% in symptomatic COVID-19 cases in the phase 3 clinical trials. Bharat Biotech announced safety and efficacy analysis data from phase 3 clinical trials of Covaxin today. The trials were conducted across 25 sites across the country on 25,800 volunteers of the age group of 18 to 98 years. Director General of Indian Council of Medical Research, Balaram Bhargava, said Covaxin will not only benefit the Indian citizens but would also immensely contribute in protection of the global community against the pandemic. Chairperson and Managing Director of Bharat Biotech, Dr. Krishna Ella, has said that conducting of the largest ever COVID vaccine trials in India establishes the ability of the country.
COVID-19 disease was 93%, resulting in reduction of hospitalization. The efficacy against asymptomatic COVID disease was 63%, a marker believed to limit infection and transmission. And also, the efficacy against Delta variant is 65%. These are the preliminary results and peer review undergoing by the journal. Thank you.
The government has given the nod for pregnant women to take the COVID vaccine. The decision was taken by the Union Health Ministry on the recommendations of National Technical Advisory Group on Immunization. For getting vaccinated, pregnant women can register on CoWIN or directly go to the nearest COVID vaccination center. The Health Ministry has prepared an operational guideline for vaccination of pregnant women, counseling kit for medical officers and frontline workers. The procedures and modalities of COVID-19 vaccination will remain the same as it is for any beneficiaries above 18 years of age. In a new milestone for Indian Railways, the trial run of a passenger train from Silchar railway station in Assam to Vengai Chunpao in Manipur's Tamenglong district was successfully conducted on Friday. Union Denier Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh, in a tweet, termed the passenger train trial run between Silchar and Vengai Chunpao as a historic moment. Taking to Twitter, Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh termed the first trial run of the passenger train in his state as a historic moment and said people of Manipur are immensely grateful to Prime Minister Narendra Modi for the transformation. Commissioner of Railway Safety has accorded sanction for opening of the Jalpaiguri Road and Yeleg section and Betkara Kolaigram section double line falling on the Rajdhani route and the most busy route of NF Railway connecting Guwahati to the rest of India. In both these sections, double lines have been commissioned along with railway electrification. Completion of these doubling sections will help operation of more freight traffic to and from the northeast region. The entire work has been completed during the COVID pandemic situation by observing necessary safety protocol by the Northeast Frontier Railway. This doubling being on the busiest route of NF Railway gives a lot of advantage in increasing the line capacity of this section. Assam Education Minister Ronuj Pegu on Saturday said that the issue related to evaluation formula for students of Class 10 and Class 12 of 2021 can be resolved through discussion with student organizations. Talking to reporters in Kokrajhar today, the Education Minister said for students who want to improve their scores, an optional exam will be held by September if the situation becomes conducive. Otherwise, the optional exam will be held later. He said, for the sake of their professional career, the students should appear in the special board examinations. Over 34 crore 46 lakh vaccine doses have been administered in the country till now under the world's largest vaccination drive. Health Ministry said the national COVID recovery rate has also further increased to 97.06%. Though free for all, the nationwide vaccination drive, over 3,99,000 doses were administered in the past 24 hours. The ministry also reported that over 57,000 patients recovered during the last 24 hours. The country reported more than 44,000 new cases in the last 24 hours. 738 deaths were reported in the last 24 hours, and with this, the death toll due to the pandemic has reached 4,01,050. The Health Ministry said testing capacity has been substantially ramped up and over 41 crore 64 lakh tests have been conducted till now. Recording 2,964 active cases, Arunachal Pradesh has topped with 33,432 cured cases, even as the dead numbered 176. In Assam, active cases clocked 23,914, even as discharged cases numbered 4,83,741. The tally for the dead is 4,604. Manipur has 5,970 active cases, followed by 63,809 cured cases, even as the dead accounted for 1,175. Saddled with 4,652 active cases, Meghalaya has registered 45,074 discharged cases. The tally for the dead is 849. Reporting 4,010 active cases, Mizoram has a caseload of 16,899 released cases, even as the dead accounted for 94. Nagaland has logged 1,280 active cases, followed by 23,604 discharged cases. The dead numbered 498. Sikkim has recorded 2,062 active cases, even as the released cases topped 18,407. The tally for the dead is 308. Tripura has 3,858 active cases, 62,480 cured cases, even as the dead accounted for 685. 93 samples from Nagaland has been detected with Delta Plus variant, while 2 are Kappa variant and 1 is of the Alpha variant. This was informed by Principal Director of Health Department, Dr. Nekhrili Khimiao, through a press statement. Dr. Khimiao said out of the 98 samples sent for whole genome sequencing at NIGB, Kalyani, West Bengal, results of 2 samples are yet to be received, while the rest were of Delta Plus, Kappa and Alpha variants. He said the department will continue to send more samples for whole genome sequencing regularly. With the Delta variant more infectious, Dr. Khimiao has advised the people of the state to continue to adhere strictly to COVID-appropriate behavior and vaccination. In Mizoram, an all-party meeting on COVID-19 was held today with the state chief minister and representatives of different organizations. With the continued rising surge of COVID-19 detection in the state, it is seen necessary to have a high-level meeting to discuss the matter and tackle the COVID-19 transmission curve in the state. Chief Minister Zoramthanga called a meeting of all political parties, civil society, students' body, church body, doctors' associations, all NGOs, VC and local councils. Zoramthanga said the government's initiative in this fight is not enough. Mizoram continues to grapple with the second wave of COVID-19 as the rising of cases remain unabated despite a prolonged lockdown of more than 3 months. Forest and Environment Minister James K. Sangma assured that the state government would act against illegal coke factories operating in the state. Speaking to media persons, he said that the government will not tolerate any kind of illegal activities, and if there are coke plants functioning illegally, they will be closed down. There was a demand from several quarters for immediate shutting down of illegal coke factories in West and East Jaintia Hills district. Al Haq, BJP leader and cabinet minister, had written to the Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma earlier for his intervention into the alleged operation of over 32 coke factories in the Jaintia Hills. In Euro Cup football, Italy kept its unbeaten record intact, knocking out Belgium 2-1 in the quarter-final in an intense battle in Munich and booked a semi-final clash with Spain. Italy has also set a new record for the longest run of victories in the competition, qualifying included. They will face Spain at Wembley on Tuesday for a place in the finals. Earlier, Spain became the first team to progress to the semi-finals after beating Switzerland 3-1 on penalties in St. Petersburg. Both teams were tied 1-1 at the end of extra time. In the remaining quarter-finals, England will take on surprise package Ukraine in Rome, while the Czech Republic will be up against Denmark in Baku later tonight. The monsoon session of both the Houses of Parliament will commence from the 19th of this month. Subject to exigencies of government business, the session of Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha is scheduled to conclude on 13th August. Earlier, the Cabinet Committee for Parliamentary Affairs in its meeting had recommended for the monsoon session of Parliament to be held from 19th July to 13th August. The government is likely to bring in a number of bills in the upcoming session. There will be a total of 20 working days of Parliament. In a first today, the 3rd July has been observed as Indian Christian Day. Chief Minister of Christian-dominated state of Meghalaya, Conrad Sangma, in a tweet said, apart from celebrating the arrival of Thomas the Apostle, one of Lord Jesus' disciples to India, Christian people in the country also honor the 2000th anniversary of the earthly ministry of Lord Jesus, whose teaching and principles have helped shape and transform India and the world. And to wind up the news main points once again. Covaxin shows higher efficacy rate against all variants of COVID-19 disease in phase 3 clinical trial. Health and Family Welfare Ministry gives nod for vaccination of pregnant women. Manipur makes its debut on country's rail map. Railway connectivity towards the northeast to get a boost with commissioning of double line. 93 samples from Nagaland detected with Delta Plus variant. And in Euro Cup football, England will face Ukraine and the Czech Republic will take on Denmark tonight. Before taking leave, viewers are reminded to maintain physical distancing, regularly sanitize hands and frequently wash hands with soap. Remember to wear a mask properly and join the Mask Up India campaign by Doordarshan to defeat the pandemic. Mask Up India. And that brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.